Good morning, students. Today we will be studying the ball poem written by John Berryman. John Berryman is a great American poet. He was awarded Pulitzer Prize. This poem was written in blank verse, which means it has no rhyme scheme. It was written in iambic pentameter. How beautifully and subtly the poet has described a little boy's growing up of age. First stanza. What is the boy now who has lost his ball? What is he to do? I saw it go merrily bouncing down the street, and then merrily over. There it is in the water. One day, the poet come across the little boy when he has just lost his ball. Through the loss of the ball, the poet has come to an important realization that we often lose things and we cannot replace it. Such lessons are a part of one's growing up. It is painful for the poet to watch the boy in the sad state. The poem begins with a question. The poet has seen a little boy's ball is rolling away from him. As the ball bounces away and finally falls into the water, he poses a question about what the boy should do now that he has lost his toy. Further, the poet thinks about consoling the boy by telling him that there will be other choice. In this poem, the ball symbolizes our family and friends whom we love a lot, and the loss of the ball symbolizes death or their moving away from us. Literary devices. Anaphora. Anaphora means a word or phrase that is being repeated in 2 or 3 lines. In the beginning of the poem, we can see what and merrily is being repeated, and that is an example of anaphora. Imagery is also used. Poet is able to create a similar snapshot in the reader's mind. A visual imagery. It can appeal to our own senses. For example, merrily bouncing down the street. Assonance. Repetition of vowel sounds. The vowel sound O has been repeated. What is the boy now who has lost his ball? Next stanza. No use to say, oh, there are other balls. An ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy as he stands rigid, trembling, staring down all his young days into the harbor where his ball went. I would not intrude on him. A dime, another ball is worthless. The poet wants to console the boy by telling him that there are other balls around, just like the one he has lost. The shock and grief that the boy has received at the loss of the ball makes him stiff. Because of the shock, the boy became stiff. He became rigid or shivering. Trembling means shivering. He watches the ball go into the deep harbor along with his childhood days. That is the memories of his childhood days. He has lost the ball just like he has lost his childhood. The ball has gone away from him just like he has gone, the memories of his childhood has gone away from him. It would be wrong to intrude into his solitude. Means the poet does not want to interfere with his solitude. Solitude means his loneliness. It would be useless to give him a dime. Dime means some money. It would be useless to give the boy some money and suggest him to buy another ball because the new ball will not bring the sense of belonging to the boy. Here, the poetic device metaphor is used when he says all his young days into the harbor. Here, the young days of the boy are compared to the lost ball. Metaphor means comparing two things or ideas without using the word like or as. Without using the word like or as. Here the metaphor means comparing two things or ideas without using the word like or as. If it is simile, we can see that the simile also comparing two things, but we use like or as for comparison. Here in the case of metaphor, we don't use like or as. Next stanza. He senses first responsibility in a world of possessions. People will take balls will be lost always, little boy. And no one buys a ball back. Money is external. The poet says that the little boy is facing a transformation. He has just realized that the ball was his responsibility, and he needs to learn the responsibility of taking care of his things. However, nothing is your own. Nothing your own will be yours forever. Others will take away all that is yours. No one will buy another ball for you. It will get lost or go away from you on its own. Another thing is that the poet says that money is external, means it is just a show off. It cannot buy you enough peace. Money is external or money is immortal. It cannot buy back the love or cannot replace the things that we love. Ball is a symbol of one's possession, and the poet says that once lost it cannot be replaced easily. Alteration is used. For example, no one buys a ball back. Here B, the consonant on B is being repeated. Now let us look into the last 4 lines. He is learning well behind his desperate eyes the epistemology of laws, how to stand up, knowing what every man must one day know, and most know many days how to stand up. Epistemology means knowledge, understanding the nature of laws. Paul says that the boy's eyes are filled with sadness, but this grief has taught him a lesson. He is learning about the laws of things. Something that was considered precious for him has gone away from him. So he is learning to accept the laws and then to move on. He is learning to stand up against the sense of laws. He is trying to learn the real truth of life, the truth that everyone has to learn in his or her life, the truth of standing up against all the miseries of life that everyone should learn. As long as there is life, everyone has to bear many types of losses. Therefore, we need to learn the way for bearing the losses. The losses may be the loss of personal possession or the death of someone, some near and dear ones, or due to the separation from the beloved ones. In this last assonance is also used. Vowel sound is being repeated. This was all for today, children. Thank you and bye.